creepy and cool TikToks that will blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Disclaimer: this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, as these clips haven't been fact-checked.
Getting started.
Ooh,
Getting more and more.
what is that?
What happened with special waves that create this river of bloody water all on the way to the main right there is when we dump the hair combos, see? You can see leaking blood and a little river of blood.
It's the doors over there.
It's bad.
The one by the engine room, the one outside, by Uncle Rendering.
Bleach mixed with 568. But see what time it is right now, and the container, the special way, is still kind of leaking. We're gonna clean it like every time you said to clean us, with chemicals or without chemicals. We're just gonna do it. Because
Oh, that is so gross. I never seen a meat factory like that.
All right, you guys want to see another really weird article from back in the day? Okay, this one's about some
Her voice is so cute.
the excavation they did up by the Overton Arm area back when they were getting ready to build the Hoover Dam. Now, I noticed something really intriguing about this, and I'm going to show you this in a bit. But first, let me read a bit of this article to you. So it's talking about the excavations in Nevada, disclosing the mystery of prehistoric times. There's this area housed a giant lost race. So up by St. Thomas, Nevada, Nevada's long-lost city, believed to have been the seat of a primitive people of giant stature who ruled Western America centuries ago, was being gradually restored today by excavators working under Mr. Harrington, director of the Museum of the American Indian. He headed an expedition into the unknown prehistoric metropolis in the Muddy and Virgin River valleys. And I'm going to show you guys where this is on the map in just a minute and how it correlates with the other locations, the other biblical locations we have found. It goes on to say exploration has been going on for months, but only recently, according to Harrington, has excavation uncovered almost incontrovertible, that's a big word, evidence that the once lost city will prove to be the largest prehistoric ruin on the Western Hemisphere. Big, sturdy, round adobe buildings, some containing as many as 20 rooms with hard glazed floors, have been excavated, revealing under their circular courtyards the graves of a vanished race, with the skeletons found to average over 7 feet in height. It goes on to describe a woman they found who was buried with her twin infants, which is extremely sad. And a lot of the jewelry and beads and pottery and things that they found as well. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. The area embraced by the I can't say that, I'm sorry. But the area embraced by this city they found, it's 8 miles wide and extends intermittently with 150 outcroppings for 35 miles down the Muddy and Virgin River valleys. So you guys, this was a huge city. Huge. I live in a town of, 20,000-30,000 people, and it's maybe a couple miles, sort of, across. 8 miles across is a huge city. So this wasn't just some villages they found. This was a metropolis. And it goes on to specify that this is different than the
Conspiracy theory says Egypt was in America. They changed the location and created fake ruins to confuse the masses. Miley Cyrus. Okay.
Hiding the true answer to this question from us. How is it that people who used horses and buggies constructed gigantic, intricate buildings like these? They allegedly only used hammers, manual saws, and basic tools. Does that make any sense to you? Look at these grand structures and ask yourself, how could they achieve all this with such primitive methods? It makes you wonder if our historical timeline is accurate or completely fabricated to hide something. It gets even scarier. What if the dates on these buildings are wrong? Imagine if that number 1 wasn't a 1 at all. Our history could be off by 1,000 years. This brings us to who could have built these intricate structures. Have you ever heard of Tartaria? Tartaria is a colossal empire that conveniently gets left out of mainstream history. But you can never truly erase history, as many references can be found in old maps and documents. Tartaria was a highly advanced civilization with technology and knowledge far beyond what we can imagine. They have even been credited to have built the Great Wall of China and many of these intricate buildings pictured earlier.
Mind-blowing. What is that? It's a skin. What kind of skin though? There's Gilgamesh. Ooh. Is that video even real?
Telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like, I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Like, they just look like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night, you know? Like, my phone's getting an update or something. It's something in the eyes. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't.
Oh, it's chocolate milk.
I don't know if I stabbed you if you bleed, you know? I'm not going to stab them. But I don't know if they bleed all the way. I think a battery would fall out. You know what I mean? And I just get that sense. I've always known it was demonic. And people just get on board because, as we talked about in this book, they are using science and this idea of technology and this idea of transforming society for the better to indoctrinate us into accepting this. And it's wrong and it's backwards. And the main component of all of this is psychology. Right? They're able to do it because of psychology, making you think that society has gotten better. Our kids have objectively gotten dumber. We've become fatter. We've become less.
Not gonna lie, they do look weird.
There you go. Evidence of the ad of that false 1,000 years. M holds a numeral value in Roman numeral lettering of 1,000 years. So right here on the left, you see where it's circled at? Ain't no motherfucking M. Over here, you got an M. Adding a whole false 1,000 years.
This right here is the world record holder for the woman who gave birth to the most kids in recorded history. I can guarantee you, though, there's no way you're gonna guess how many kids she actually had. Her name is Valentina Vasilyev, and she lived in Russia during the 1700s. So she actually never gave birth to single children, and instead had 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. Add that all up, and it was 69 children that she gave birth to. If you do the math, that means she spent at least 16 years of her life pregnant. What might be the most astounding part yet is she only lost 2 of the children in childbirth. If you think that's impressive, her husband, on the other hand, was actually a bit busier than even she was. He actually went on to have 18 more children with his second wife, with 6 pairs of twins and 2 sets of triplets. That means he had 87 children with only 3 dying in childbirth. I am truly exhausted just thinking about it.
Bro, swimmers were strong. Too much kissing can cause an electric shock.
Falling for the temporary structures narrative? Oh, goodness, of course you are. So anyways, check this out. The mainstream narrative will tell you these megacities were just a bunch of plaster-covered hay bales built by a bunch of pilgrims. Hell, I've even seen the claim that, get this, many were built with stucco and then painted with compressed air squirt guns for quickness. World's fairs, entire cities fully powered by free atmospheric energy, complete with massive impossible structures, weren't temporary buildings, but rather remnants of the old world they were actively erasing. Eventually, all torn down like it was nothing. Baby farms and all. But why destroy these grand buildings right after showcasing them? Oh, right, because they were never built in the 1800s. And they weren't a bunch of plaster-covered hay bales built with stucco and then painted with compressed air squirt guns.
Wow.
I suppose this is the most controversial piece you've made. Can you tell me about how you came to do this particular performance piece with the eating the baby?
这个作品，我最早的构思还是从这个就说是人性和神性的这个角度来考虑这个问题。因为怎么说呢，就是可能好多上面就是我们人类就是说有个道德的基本的一个标准，就是可能什么都可以以一个东西去规范，可能吃人只是一个潜意识当中我们好像不应该去吃的，但是很多时候我们没有把这个东西规定下来，所以我写了一个东西，就写了一个这种公告性的东西，就是说有哪一个民族的宗教，就是宗教在教义当中就都没有说不可以吃人，像基督教就十诫，包括那个。就是他在十诫里面说，不可以杀人，不可以抢东西，然后不可以怎么着，但是没有规定不能去吃人。然后法律里面，就各个国家的法律里面也很少就是规定说不能吃人，没有把这个说规定成一个条文。所以说这个是我作品的一个，就说是能够构成这些作品的一个，是在道德和法律的这个空隙当中的一个根据。当然这只是前面的头一步。
Man, I remember seeing this bizarre Mac years ago. Didn't think it was real.
I'll show you guys again. This is for a boat. What do you watch? You see where I'm at? You see this castle? Right? The same castle right here. This is all water underneath these streets. Before they paved over it, it's the same castle right here. This whole thing was where they docked boats right on this temple. You got 2 cleats back to back on the side of this temple. There's water would run underneath it. I showed the canals in Cahots today. What do you think's under this city? There was all water in here first. This is in Cahots. See how the whole city's full of water? The canals ran into this city. They covered these streets up in Cahots the same way they covered these ones up, right here in front. Just like that. We were like Venice, yes. I was saying this whole place was like Italy. And on all these tunnels they talk about underneath the street, those are the old canal systems.
Did they block the waterways and any access to the tunnels? Oh,
where's that come out? Came out of here.
Now it has your DNA, and you're gonna be cloned, man.
Okay.
You can see its very large hands. See its eyes. It clearly is a male. You can see right there. This is the front of the Sasquatch. And then you can see its the back side. You can see it has testicles right there. Its hands are gigantic. You know, compared to a human's hand, like my hand's not even close.
This is for real. YouTubers frozen Bigfoot since 1952. Okay.
Okay, so I want you to notice something. If you notice, when we zoom in and you look at people, you'll notice that there's a white halo around every single person that's put into this picture. Why? Because they weren't in the original pictures. If you notice, when you're looking around in these pictures, half the people don't have shadows somehow magically. Then we go over to this little horse and buggy where literally a portion of it is missing. Literally, right? And then we go looking at these people sitting in the background, right? And you notice that everybody seems to be misplaced. Nobody in these pictures was in these pictures. These are all people that have been drawn in, photoshopped, and had shit erased around them to put them into the pictures. Look at it. You don't see how there's a blatant white halo around that makes it so that you can't see the streets and shit? This is all fake fucking history.
The Illuminati is the continuation of the mystery religions. There was quite a number of mystery religions in antiquity, and these mystery religions had councils that controlled them, and then there was a supreme council that operated clear from India to the British Isles that then coordinated all of these mystery religions, and that would be today what we call the hierarchy of the Illuminati.
So the Illuminati is basically just an extension of the mystery religion system, the whole type of philosophy.
Yes, it was a way of hoarding knowledge and power to a few special people.
And how do they hoard the knowledge?
Well, when I say knowledge, some of the knowledge is pseudo-knowledge, and some of the knowledge is actually scientific knowledge, which enabled, for instance, Christopher Columbus to be certain that he could sail across the Atlantic and hit land. He was associated with the Knights Templars, which is one of these secret societies associated with the Illuminati. So you've got different types of knowledge, but some of the knowledge is actually bogus. It's just claimed so that they can get people to join.
Oh. Oh, poor baby. You be good. I love you. See you tomorrow. Oh, that's so sad. They are aware if the time is near. Even for human being, they can sense it. Oh, disclaimer: the following clip is gross and sad. Oh, the feces. Yes, rest in peace, Joey. Exactly what I was going to tell people. When genuine things surface, people will confuse them with AI.
Look closely at this photo from 1813. It's the city of Krakow in southern Poland, flooded. But this flooding is not normal. It can happen after a hurricane or cyclone, but much bigger. Take a look at the surrounded building that is half submerged. The flooding has been so bad that other nearby buildings are almost completely submerged. So what could have caused this flood in 1813? It was caused by the Great Flood of 1802 following a 600-foot tsunami. And the photograph shows the waters receding 11 years later, and the buildings that were underwater beginning to appear on top. Some have doubts, saying that the camera was invented in 1839, how they photographed the flood of 1813. Well, the camera was invented long ago during the Tartars, and after Tartaria was decimated, destroyed by the Great Flood of 1802, the camera was just reintroduced by parts that control the world today.
There's this picture on my dad's phone, and it's really scary, and they think it's the last thing he's gonna see before he dies. This just showed up on his phone out of nowhere. It says January 30th, 2027, and no one knows where this picture was taken from, or what it's of. He doesn't remember taking this picture. It's just on his phone.
I don't understand.
What?
It won't stop.
That's crazy.
So my mother was showing me that she opened the banana, that she thinks that these are not real bananas. We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break. And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy. I've never ever seen.
Why they keep you at the Galapagos? Why, if you go, you're monitored 24/7? Why 98% of the islands are off limits to the public? It's because of places like San Cristobal Island. You know, the one named after that dog-headed Christ bearer, St. Christopher. And St. Christopher Island, one of the lesser known islands restricted for environmental preservation. Now pay attention, there are ruins there that defy everything we're told about history. Not Polynesians, not South Americans, but something older. Locals told stories of giant dog-headed beings that once lived there, only to be driven underground after some kind of catastrophe. Oh, and the stone on that island, it has the same interlocking design as places like Machu Picchu, Sacsayhuaman, and Pumapunku. We're talking laser precision cuts that modern tech still struggles to replicate. And yet, the mainstream wants us to believe some primitive culture with no written language did this with copper chisels? Please, this video is for entertainment and what's that thing people say? Oh right, and satire purpose only.
One of the 200 fallen angels led it there.
Go.
Oh, that's it.
That's
it. Hey, you don't want to fall right here, man. Dude.
It's pretty spacious in there.
Yeah, it gets huge, and it just drops off straight down 150 feet. Oh. See ya, man. That is crazy. Oh. Wow. Look at this, guys. Oh, there's a whole stream down there. Oh.
These are the places where monsters comes from.
I hope they're not expecting another, because this seems to be a lot of containers. for control of substances hazardous to health. I think that's how you say it anyway. But what are they expecting with all these containers? Is there a sale on or something? Stocking up, ready for something if you ask me. Dodgy.
Full of iPhones for the migrants. Cool. Now give him a $64 million a day budget.
Everywhere you look, it's all the same. Whether it's these beautiful mosaic floors, buried and lost under several meters of mud, or entire floors, doors, windows, and all, buried and forgotten. This was all from the last reset, the mud flood, a realm-wide event that caused mass flooding, tremors, and liquefaction of the soil. The last reset happened a mere few hundred years ago, in the mid to late 1800s. But there has been many resets, many floods of this realm since the flood of Noah. This last one deliberately hidden and covered up from the history books, correlating right along with the fall of Tartaria and the cover-up of that empire as well. Question everything, friend.
Man, nice. Ooh. No, this guy. Whoa. Oh my goodness. That is crazy.
Say that this temple in India was carved from the mountain, from the top down, all using no power tools, all by essentially hammer and chisel. And as impressive as this temple is, they tell us after that, it was buried and left forgotten until recent times when it was rediscovered. Clearly another sign of the mud flood from an advanced past wiped away. Question everything.
Vessel 3D printing. What is that? What is that? Anaconda.
โซนอยู่ได้ล่ะนี่หมุนปลามันสิเบ็ดครับปลาตัวนี้เซตาเธอตัวนี้น้อยอ่ะวิวอาโมเลมี่
$350,000 a year. Would you do it, folks?
This was an electric quick service station for electric-powered taxis in 1940. The fleet of taxis would just pull up and they would quickly swap out the battery, almost like a NASCAR pit crew. It's funny, they had fleets of electric vehicles, electric taxis like this, electric trucks, so much. I went to the Museum of Science and Industry this spring in Chicago, and they had a whole wing of the history of the automobile. Not one of these electric vehicles were shown. Just the reintroduced technology from today, like the Teslas and stuff. Nothing on these electric trucks here, nothing on these electric buses. It's like they didn't want you to know the capabilities and power of the past. And the parasites can keep on charging as a premium for their petroleum-based vehicles. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Everything has been hidden from us. Oh, this is crazy, folks. Oh. The wreck on the hanging to the right must have been a special order. How did humans come up with this?
Some film producers, like the producers who make the film Star Wars, often show creatures in their films which actually exist, which even the most uneducated of Africans who knows this Chitauli can identify. For example, in the new Star Wars film, what is it called? Star Wars or something like that. There is a creature who amazes me called Darth Maul. Darth Maul is a red and black being with a ring of small horns right round his head. That is exactly what the Chitauli look like. Some have got ordinary heads without any horns on their heads. These are the lesser Chitauli. But the royal Chitauli have got a ring of sharp horns all around their heads. And the very high Chitauli, like their king, Mubava Famahongo, they have got very long horns which grow this way. Not that way like a wolf, but this way like certain antelopes. Now, I just wonder, where these film producers get their information.
Yoda is from Sonic Magic.
Not only did they erase Tartaria, 1776 was the year everything changed. In 1776, the Illuminati was founded in Bavaria. The Rothschild banking empire began its global expansion. The American Revolution broke out. Tartaria began to disappear from the maps, all in the same year. Coincidence? Tartaria was not a myth. It was a vast, ancient civilization with advanced free energy technology, great architecture using sacred geometry, a harmonious way to live with natural law, knowledge of the ether. They buried Tartaria, literally, with mud floods, natural disasters, and a new history. Once they buried the old world, they created the new one. Central banks, slavery by debt, maritime law, artificial scarcity, indoctrination through education, all funded by the same families. The Rothschilds didn't just fund empires, They funded restarts and deleted everything that didn't serve the system of control. Tartaria was way too free, way too advanced, way too powerful. So they turned everything upside down. Free energy became fossil fuel. The truth became a conspiracy. The spirit became religion. Nature has become a resource. Freedom became an illusion. 1776 wasn't the beginning, it was the cover. We are the generation that rediscovers what they tried to delete. Tartaria was real. The ether is real. And the truth is no longer hidden.
You remember that bro that went to Mooley Point and found those unnatural cut blocks in the ground? Those Nephilim blocks? Well, bro went back and found some more stuff. Look at this. Look at that. Y'all still think this is natural? Look at that angle. Look at that angle.
Yeah.
You think that's
No, it's
natural?
not.
Come on, man. Look how sharp those angles are. You could slice your hand open with that.
90
Look at that angle.
degrees.
90 degrees. 90 degrees. This is not natural. This is a quarry. This is a Nephilim Titan quarry. Not a Nephilim giant, because there's Nephilim giants and Titans. Look at those blocks, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, this is the new stuff he found. Look at these. These look like bricks. Or they could be dragon scales. Some people in the other video were saying this is dragon scales. This is a huge petrified, deceased animal. Now, this looks cut to me.
Yep.
This looks cut. I know people are going to say this is natural, but these look like bricks, laid bricks. Doesn't look natural to me. Look how big that is. This is like... Now, all this stuff up here, this brings suspicion. Because, okay, well, this might be natural. But I don't know. Like, it's half and half. Some of it looks like it was laid, cut and laid, and some of it looks like it's natural. Now, people are talking about dragons, but this part looks like a serpent. Kind of looks like a serpent. And, like, scales on it, too. The point of this video is to get you to open your eyes and question the mainstream, because this looks like some people did this. Some giants or people or somebody. Doesn't look natural to me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think the mainstream is lying about the Titans, about the giants? Or is this just a natural formation?
Search up Bismuth and Pirate. I rebuke it in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Dude, you touching it without gloves? "2,000 years? Okay. People touching it, air, light, humidity, sweat, spit, whatever else people throw at it.
Northwest side. A7HEG, W7WFP. Oh, now we got an eruption down here. Now we got a big slide coming off. The slide is coming off of the west slope. So now we got a whole great big eruption out of the crater. And we got another that opened up on the west side. The whole west side, northwest side, the slides down.
closed, hand open.
Yes, very weird. No moving parts, no parts at all. That's really hard to understand. Okay, go ahead. So you draw along the white line, and that turns it off. And then you press in the middle, and that turns it on. Do it again. And on. Amazing.
Did they just burn a kid? Oh God. This is sad and sick, but I'm not going to lie. Versace and Gucci ain't got nothing on Ed Gein. Why Google Maps capture the inside of anything?
Goes off to school. And you'd like to? Would you like to be able to? You like it better at home, do you?
He said, oh, I wish I was dead. And I said, why? He says, no, I guess I wish I was a dog.
What?
I said, what do you want to be a dog for? He said, well, dogs don't get bawled out for anything.
Get into school, you're going to get spanked. And he said, take me home and spank me.
He said, I hope some of them go to hell. That was rather a shocking thing to come from him.
This guy. You know, my sister's 7-year-old makes this kid look like a saint. This is a movie.
Comparison photos that will blow your mind. This is how the men's handball team uniform looks versus how the women's uniform looks. How the stars look on a typical night versus how it looked during a widespread power outage. On the left was this man when he was depressed and ready to end it versus today where he had gotten better. This girl's science experiment where the plants hear her voice on a loop. The one on the left hears mean comments and the one on the far right hears loving comments. This person's hand compared to a massive bald eagle feather. They have vitiligo and decided to turn it into art. How this cubic window looks during different times of the day. How this baby looks before and after cleft lip surgery. This was the size of a tree they cut down in Canada compared to a human. The women's USA basketball team compared to El Salvador's team.
Oh my goodness.
A 1977 Triumph Spitfire compared to 2 Fords on 44s.
The girls' uniforms are too small. They're always adjusting the bottom. Oh God. Oh, that's cute. I want one. But the lady was executed right after.
We have no obesity, no infertility, no cancer, no diabetes, no metabolic syndrome. They're having 10 plus kids and they're incredibly happy. They've basically staved off every single health issue the rest of the world is dying from. Their obesity rate is only 4%, while it's 42% in the rest of America. They have the highest fertility in the world, and they're doubling every 20 years. We need to be learning from them more.
I don't know any Amish people, and I don't know if I ever will. I hope I do at some point, because I'd love to understand like what is actually their life about. And it's this wild thing, right? That whole kind of video a couple reels ago of Denny Doerr's post about tears, right? Go back and watch that one. That was amazing. But he talked about 3 causes of illness. It's something I've been teaching and learning basically in my entire postgraduate journey. Toxicity, deficiency, and a nervous system that is stuck and stored in trauma, right? Or stress. And what the Amish people, if I could sum it up, right? That's maybe not the most practical, but the most principle. What do the Amish people not have a toxicity of? It's modern society. Yes, we can look at injectables for sure, because that's one clear as day thing that we know for a fact, right? We're revealing it every single day, all the different studies that are going to come out. And so important. And it can't just be that. It can't just be that. If you only focus on that, it's like saying like you're just going to get rid of the bad people in your life and you're never going to care about nourishing relationships, right? It's really, 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 really important to address all 3 aspects. And in modern society, you have to live in ancestral ways. You have to have ancestral principles in modern society. You have to have that. And in the end, what will happen inadvertently, especially if you do the toxicity and deficiency piece, is you're going to be healthier. You're definitely going to be healthier. But there will be a limit and a governor on how healthy you can get if your nervous system doesn't move with you. Unbiased. The most amazing way to clear out stress and trauma in your nervous system. Yes, everybody's talking about nervous system regulation. Nobody's talking about nervous system focused chiropractic. And if you don't understand that model of chiropractic, I promise you, people that come into my office every day, they've been getting adjusted for decades, and they learn about what this model of healthcare is, and they realize that one, they probably have a ton of potential energy. All those adjustments that you previously received are probably just sitting there waiting to be returning on their investment when the nervous system actually is healed at the root. Simple as that.
And no media to ruin their minds. Africa looks bigger in this map.
와, 왼쪽, 아, 뭐라.
Yep, I've been running a long time ago.